We call that the MIP versus the MVP. But we did get the latest sign of that hype this morning. The city unveiling the crypto version of the Wall Street Bull right behind me here. The industry is very much right now the center of the tech scene here in Miami. I spoke to investors who have moved here recently and businesses that are taking Bitcoin for everyday payments. And it's becoming more of a status symbol and proof that you belong to this growing crypto crowd. At Freehold, that's a bar in Wynwood, the owner there says there was demand from customers to pay in Bitcoin, so they started offering it. The group, he says, tends to be younger, and they tend to spend more.
I think it's a cutting-edge thing. I think it's different. Just like 10 years ago when somebody would pay with a black Amex, I think like paying with Bitcoin or crypto is something new and different and eye-catching to where even the bartenders are taken aback.
People in South Florida are buying some more expensive items in crypto as well. Bob Dennison runs Dennison Yachting. He says he's sold roughly a dozen yachts so far in Bitcoin. Half of those were last year.
So there's a lot more like let's get out there and do things type of a spirit with the crypto crowd that we have. And we love that. We love seeing people take a yacht and actually go places that are really exciting instead of just hanging out at a marina.
So maybe more risk takers?
Yes, I would say younger, risk-taking, and more adventurous. Let's go do something nobody's done before.
And guys, there's some other signs of the crypto boom here in Miami, aside from just paying with it. This might look like your average pickup basketball game. The catch, though, you got to own a certain cryptocurrency to get in. Members of Miami Tech Runs tell me the Sunday game is where networking and deal-making happens. The price to join was $200 when it started. It's now closer to $1,200 based on a spike in that cryptocurrency. Guys, people have compared this right now to Silicon Valley a couple decades ago. I talked to one investor who likened it to freshman year of college. There's still a lot of optimism, a lot of excitement, and people are still open to making new friends and connections. But John and Deirdre, as you guys know, the other part of Silicon Valley that might sound familiar, a potential bubble. Back to you.
Yeah, you certainly hear both sides. And Kate, the industry, especially over the last year, has become increasingly divided. You've got the Bitcoin maximalists or the maxis versus the Web3 crowd. Put another way, Jack Dorsey versus Andreessen Horowitz. Can't help but note last year, Dorsey and Elon Musk were there. How is that playing out on the ground this year?
It's interesting. Anybody that's coming to this conference behind me here is a fan of Bitcoin. Last year, I was told there was something in the language in the speaker's agreement that you couldn't talk about any other cryptocurrency besides Bitcoin. Like you said, it's grown immensely from just the days of Bitcoin. This is really a convention for those who might be maximalists, might believe in the long-term value of Bitcoin. But there are hundreds, if not thousands, of other use cases for this. Anything from, like you said, Web3 to even DAOs, or the idea of tokenizing a pickup basketball league. So that hype is really clear here. It also seems that there's not a lot of people, going into the conference. There are, but they're behind me here. A lot of them have just come to Miami to come to some of the events and to network. So even if you're not a Bitcoin believer, it tends to be the place where you're coming to network and do as many meetings as you can.
Of course, Empire Crypto TV. We are live here in Johannesburg, and we're about to do a market analysis, as you can, what I've just shown you. So what's happening in Miami, Florida at this hour, the Bitcoin 2022 conference taking place in Miami, Florida.
Today,
and we're going to see what's going to do in the market. We're going to just try and understand what the market sentiment will stand like.
Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World here in Miami Beach, Florida for Bitcoin 2022. I'm Kate Rooney.
Excuse me for a while. There's still just some noise coming out from there. But anyway, but the main concern is that I have my moving average right here. Okay. And it's almost at a point whereby it can rejoin again and converge. And that conversion can be a strange sign in the sense that if it does converge, that means the market will be pulling back from bearish to bullish or from bullish to bearish. and so forth. But for my support this weekend, I am standing at $42,000 per coin. Can it recover? I think there will be a recovery, okay, personally thinking, because after this whole conference, because this conference was like for a couple of days, and today's the 8th, tomorrow is the last day, which is on a Saturday, I will expect some great performance on Sunday and Monday going forward, because it was solely because of this attention of this conference that everyone was looking to invest into. More like people have been anticipating on this conference, and major investors have looked into this conference. Maybe after this conference, then you can see some market activity that is much more on a bullish trend that we were anticipating. So watch out for this weekend. So we don't know what can it be. So let's look at some of the market updates. CoinMarketCap.com, I assume that it has also dropped its coin market cap. Wow, okay, still holding the 2 trillion, because earlier on when I looked, it was at 1.9 trillion. And of course, the biggest gainers, okay, that you have them right there, TNC and Steph, GMT, trending, Animal, and all these are new projects that are trending. New projects that are trending, well, they can be trending for a while, but sometimes they can just lose value over time. And of course, looking at some of the biggest gainers right there on the Ethereum is trying to regain some strength. I do believe after the sell-off, this is a very temporary sell-off that we are witnessing right now. Even the people in the Miami conference are quite optimistic about the Bitcoin going forward after this small bearish trend that we have witnessed in the past few days, and the tether pulling off. And I think the Ethereum might be the biggest gainer in the last 24 hours. But let us check, because I also saw a Terra Luno. Avalanche is doing well. I think it's the second day consecutively when I saw Avalanche doing well with 4.23%. It's the highest in the top 10 for crypto takers this afternoon. And let us just look at the Avalanche chart itself. The Avalanche chart itself. This is the Avalanche. Look at that bullish candle. This is a daily chart that I'm looking at. Look at that bullish candlestick forming. So it could be an early start for Avalanche for that bullish trend that we all hope for it to return on this Friday. And maybe tomorrow, Saturday, by the end of the conference, nearing the ending of the conference, maybe you can start seeing the attention going towards the crypto space and trading and speculations and investments. Maybe there can be some difference after this conference is done, because it has really have swept a lot of attention, and that attention also caused a bit of that downtrend that we've been seeing throughout the week. So let us watch out what's going to happen for this coming weekend, and I hope all of you have a good weekend. Until next time, this is Empire Crypto TV. See you next time.